if you are doing these three mistakes at your farm, whether intended or accidentally, I'm telling you, this is going to ruin your poultry journey. These are mistakes that our predecessors did, and they had their farms to be abandoned. Most of these abandoned farms, it didn't just happen overnight, but they were indulged in these three mistakes that I'm here to lay out. So if you are hearing me as a new entry or you are into poultry, please hear me out and try to correct it before it becomes too hard for you to continue. Now, the first one I would like to talk about is making your own feed. We all know that the cost of feeding is very high. In fact, it covers almost 70 to 80% of the total expenses in poultry. And because of the cost, most farmers will want to compromise on the quality of feed. Now, before you can make your own feed, you have to understand the science behind your formulation. Now, what is a formulation? Formulation is the scientific way of putting ingredients together to form an entity. On paper, it is different from mixing your own food. Mixing your own food is a process of blending your ingredients mechanically or either through hand labor to form an entity. But when you are formulating your food, it needs a lot of science. Now, the nutritionists will spend a lot of time, years, studying the nutritional requirements of birds. We have different types of players. You have the lowman, the Isa Browns, the Highlines, and others. And they spend a lot of time to understand the nutritional requirements of these birds. They are able to design the best fit nutritional requirements for the birds. So if you just use just a day or two to just mix any kind of food to your birds, I can assure you that it's not going to help you. It can work at a shorter period, but at the long run, it's going to affect the laying capacity of your birds. The laying capacity of your birds determines the profit of which you acquire in your business. You never take it in your hands to formulate your own food. The best you can do is to contact feed millers that has proven to be very successful in the poultry industry. And if you are able to get connected to them, they can provide you with concentrates of which you can use to mix your own food. Before you can even mix your food, you have to understand the nutritional components of the type of feed that you are mixing. The food protein, the energy level, the minerals, the amino acids. So these are entities you will not want to tamper with, because the little twist in values is going to affect your egg laying production at your farm. Be careful with making your own food. The second one I would like to talk about is wrong diagnosis. It's very good, it's very crucial. As a farmer, you have to determine the level of abnormality of your birds. So if your birds are behaving abnormally, you know that your birds are sick. Okay? So what you have to do is that if you have sick birds, what you have at that moment is observation. So then you need to consult a veterinary so that you can confirm the presence of a specific kind of suspected disease. Don't take things in your hands of misdiagnosing your birds. Okay? It's very costly. The best the veterinary can do is to have a good analysis of your birds in terms of mortality, and then they can send samples to the lab for analysis, and that is their advantage. So make sure that if you have a problem at your farm which is pertaining to the health of your birds, you don't take things into your hands of diagnosing your birds wrongfully and giving them any kind of drug. What happens is that anytime you use a wrong drug to your birds, they build resistance against the drug, so it might not work. The most significant part is that it affects humans because of antimicrobial resistance, which is fast evolving. So make sure that you are able to contact the right veterinary medicine personnel that can assist you at your farm so that you can cover the health status of your birds. Third and final one that I would like to talk about is negligence and complacency. Poultry as a science is very dynamic. It's not static. Things are evolving. Diseases are being emerging. Different types of breeds are being developed. So make sure that you stay up to date. Always be open to significant opinion from trained people okay, from personnel that's so much advanced in poultry. And don't just close your chapter on what you know, because as the world is evolving, things are also evolving. Okay, so make sure that you take out complacency. Your readiness to learn will amount to your progress in poultry. You should always maintain that passion of which you started your production with. Okay, don't assume that your birds are being fed, so you are not going to monitor it. Always be sure that whatever that is being given to your birds is there. If you're a manager, make sure that there is food and water being provided to your birds, and not just a normal routine. That sure that you don't neglect your basic course in poultry. And if you are able to avoid these three problems that I'm talking about, you are going to be one of the successful poultry farmers that I know in the whole industry. Thank you and have a very good day.